All right, this is JacQueline with Intuition Power and a Cosmic Light Academy.org. I want to thank you for joining me live today or by recording. And today is a supermoon. It's a full moon. And when they say supermoon, it means it's kind of closest to the Earth. And this supermoon is in a series of supermoons. And this is actually the closest it's going to be getting. And so everything is energy, and it's important to recognize that it's intense energy. And so intense energy, we want to drive defensively, we want to really stay grounded and really be aware of not only our surroundings, but take some time. So I'm glad that you're joining me today to really go into your heart center, align the chakras, really use this alignment that will be happening exactly in 6:37. So for about 45 minutes from now, it'll be precisely exact full moon. And the full moon is a great time to reflect and to get insights into your own subconscious patterns and to break through, because there's a light insight. And so what we want to do is use this time to explore. I'll create a group awareness, and you can use that to increase your own consciousness, your own awareness, and that will hopefully give you some new insights. Maybe watch your dreams, especially over the next week. Take a dream journal, write down some things that you want to wake up with insights, answers, solutions, whatever that might be that you're working on or desire for yourself, for your community, for the world. And so don't underestimate the power of this group. And so let's just get started. What I'd like you to do is, if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, then please do so. If you're driving a car, I think we have at least one driver, please stay conscious and aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. Okay, and so let's all take a couple deep breaths. Take a deep breath in and hold it for a moment and breathe out completely. Take another deep breath in and hold it for a moment and release fully and completely. And as you continue to breathe in and out deeply at your own rhythmic pattern, I'd like you to wiggle your toes and relax your toes in your feet and your ankles. Wiggle you don't have to wiggle your lower legs, but if you are in a place where you can, do so. Make sure, excuse me, make sure that you're relaxed. Relax your lower trunk, your buttocks, the lower trunk of the body. Deep breaths in and out with the intention of releasing any stress or tension. Middle, maybe pump your stomach in and out for just a moment. Be aware of that part of your body. And your upper chest. Maybe roll your shoulders, relaxing, roll your neck a little bit. Maybe a little figure eight, maybe a rotation as you breathe in and out deeply. Relaxing your physical form and starting to be more present to your physical form as well. And if you would allow yourself to be aware of your feet, and just the next deep breath, use your imagination and imagine breathing in energy through your feet. Mother Earth, love and support, energy up through your feet, up to your heart center. And then send that energy up through the top of your head. Imagine that you're a conduit and feeding energy to Father Sky, the moon, the sun, that the sun, that energy that gives us light, heat, life. Imagine that light from the sun bouncing off of the moon, reflecting back to us. And imagine that life-giving light coming in through our crown, at the top of our head, gently, lovingly, filling our head, balancing the glands, activating a new level of endurance, health, and vitality at a cellular level, to the liquid part of our body, all the way down to our toes and through our hands, to the muscular, to the physical, the bones, soft tissue, the organs, the glands. So top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, front to back, your entire body being filled with this life-giving light as you breathe deeply and relax. And move your awareness to your heart center. And I'm going to recite the great invocation, and I'm going to imagine that all of us are connected as if we're sitting in the same room or sitting outside in a beautiful, perfect temperature place in an open park that's surrounded by beautiful trees, healthy, with water off to the side. Imagine a sky of dusk just going into night and the stars starting to pop out. And imagine seeing the full moon rising slowly on the horizon. Deep breaths as you relax, and imagine that moving to the sky, the full moon right above you. Beautiful full moon with stars off in the distance. And imagine breathing in that loving space of magical, spectacular view. And move your awareness to your heart center. Imagine your heart chakra opening to the front and also to the back in its natural balance. And maybe awakening new levels or petals of those chakras as you breathe in deeply. And I'm going to imagine a vortex of energy connecting us and spiraling down way from above, from the point of light within the mind of God. Let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. And when I say men, I mean all of mankind, all of humankind. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of all of mankind, humankind. May Christ consciousness return to earth. That loving set of lessons that was demonstrated and taught, and is taught in so many religions and philosophies. And from the center where the race of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. Let the purpose which the masters know and serve, honoring the invisible ones that have come before and will continue to show up on different dimensions or in the future. Those beings or energies, whether they be angels, archangels, ascended masters, guides, elements, elementals, known or unknown, the presence of love coming from the center up through us, to us, And from the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the plan on earth. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And as we move together in our consciousness, in our imagination, I'm going to invoke the colors and the sounds of the energy meridians, which are connected to the planets, the solar system, and the different constellations, all through our body, through our acupuncture system, the chakra system as well. And I'm going to do this through sound. And as we allow ourselves to just simply breathe and use our imagination, imagine white light, the yin and yang, the white and the dark, the black and the white. And in this case, replace the black with violet light, the color for the age of Aquarius, the time that we are in now. And breathe in a combination of white and violet spiraling down around us and through us. And through us is our imagination, our memory patterns from our past, whether it be present life, past life, genetic line memory. And let those colors begin to melt away any harsh or uncomfortable or anything that is not of truth and love. May those memories stay intact if they need to be accessed, but no longer emotionally triggering any response that might be limiting or restricting to your spirit and your life pattern. Deep breaths in and out. And as we move into the color yellow, light yellow and dark yellow, we activate our personal free will, aligning our free will with a higher purpose and letting that energy spiral around and through us. Breathing in deeply and imagining yellow shining through and clearing away anything that is no longer necessary or supportive to our own personal life soul mission. And reflecting and releasing any pain and discomfort from any community, any groups, categories of life, whether it be the mineral kingdom, the vegetable kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, including the creepy crawlers, the winged ones, the ones that swim, the four-legged, the two-leggeds, and moving our awareness into the human kingdom and into ourselves and our family, sending love and appreciation and healing to our genetic line, to our ancestors, immediate family, present or past. And focusing on the color of red, a light red and a dark red. Breathing in the tonal column, the tones and colors of light red and dark red. Letting that energy spiral down around and through your body, touching every cell, every space in between the cells, radiating out through your chakras. Breathing in and radiating that healing, pure tone, pure color light out from you and back to you for accelerated knowing, insights, soul growth, and integration. And we shift into the color and vibration of violet and purple. Imagine violet and purple spiraling down around and through you, touching every cell, every thought form and memory in the past that's been recorded, and neutralizing any distortions, any anomalies, and moving your energy into the present moment and projecting that pure tone of alignment and truth, projecting that out into the future where similar energy attracts and is guiding you in an ever-present way. Radiating out from you and our group to the beings that are in need at this time. For healing, upliftment, encouragement, and truth. And now shifting to the color of orange as you take a deep breath in and out. Imagine orange light pouring down around you and through you, staying in your heart center as you express that energy through the rest of your body. And imagine your entire auric field surrounded and projecting, glowing this orange, light orange and dark orange color vibration, bringing with it courage and strength and a revitalization as you breathe in and out, and imagine this group energy continuing to expand that energy out to the places, the groups of people, the individuals, and especially the children around the world for a new level of hope, courage, strength, truth, confidence, and love. Orange energy. And now we move into a beautiful green vibration, a light green and a dark green. Imagine one being an emerald green. And if you don't have to visualize the colors, just imagine them. And breathing in the vibration of emerald green and light green, moving that energy around and through you. And allow that color energy to heal and empower and increase your heart understanding, acceptance, wisdom, and simply love. Imagine that space in the heart center, in the center of that heart center, being filled with this emerald green, beautiful, healing love. Imagine that light expanding out through all aspects of your consciousness and healing all past memories that need to be healed, transforming, transmuting, transcending into a new level of personal empowerment and a new level of encouragement and magnetism to attract, being in the right place at the right time, at a new level of acceleration. Breathing in and out, relaxing even more, integrating that green healing light, that love of source energy. And imagining now a beautiful blue light, a light blue, sky blue, and a deep blue. As you imagine breathing in these colors as if they're intertwining down through our spine from head to toe. Imagine projecting those colors of light and dark blue through every cell of our system, the space in betweens, and imagine being a light bulb and just having that light increase in amplitude or brightness, luminescence, and shine that light out, calming, inspirational. And what you project out comes back to you multiplied. Breathing in and out. And I'd like you to imagine now moving into that yin yang, and imagine a white light again pouring down around you and emanating through you, focusing again on the heart center. And I'm going to just give a minute or two, moving beyond time and space, so it could seem like an hour, a day, to just allow yourself to be still in the quiet, expanding your light, expanding the light of our group to all of the beings, dimensions, life forms around the planet Earth that could use upliftment, hope, healing, and love. And in that space, I'd like to share a little chant of healing protection. Triambakam yajamahe sugandham bhushtavardhanam urvarakambadabandhanam mriksho mukshirmamritad. Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandham bhushtavardhanam urvarakambadabandhanam mriksho mukshirmamritad. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, peace, peace. And imagine a rainbow of colors pouring down around you and through you, as if you are a conduit of energy feeding Mother Earth with love, beginning with violet light, and now an indigo, And now a beautiful sky, a dark blue, a light blue, an emerald green, vibrant yellow, orange, red, and now a combination of all of those colors and vibrations, white light. Imagine a protective energy shield coming down around you that is a moving energy, like a jump rope that is moving so quickly that you don't see it anymore. Imagine that what's called a ring pass knot of energy around you, deflecting any negativity, but allowing positive energy in and through your auric field. And gradually take a moment and send any prayers or loves to any people, communities, situations, or circumstances that you have within your mind and heart. And knowing those thought forms are like little arrows that are Cupid's arrows released from you, finding their target. And give thanks. I want to thank you for joining us as we gradually bring our awareness back to present. Take a couple of conscious deep breaths right now as we bring our auric field back into a new level of balance and clarity. And as you do that, wiggle your toes as you bring yourself back to present. Start to be aware of your environment around you. Wiggle your fingers. Maybe shake your head a little bit, back and forth, up and down. It's still attached. Yay, it's a miracle. Okay. And gradually bring yourself back. I want to thank you so much for not only joining me today, but for doing that, taking the time to do this work. And my name's JacQuaeline with intuitionpower.com or cosmiclightacademy.org. I'm going to open the, I forgot how to do this, well, everybody can unmute themselves for any quick comments. It's the time is a half hour into it. I'll stay online for the next 15 minutes. I was going to ask for donations, and that would be lovely. I forgot to get the link, so I'll send you each of you an email if you'd like to donate something that would be supportive and helpful. That would be great. Not required, but truly appreciated. And I would like to leave you with over the next 2 weeks, particularly over the next month, particularly the next 2 weeks, that astrologically, it's a really powerful, great time to remember your dreams. I'll be starting a 4-week dream interpretation class. Because of that, I usually teach it about every 2 or 3 years, but I'm putting it in the calendar. So if you're interested in doing that, I'm also starting a mastermind group. And the Intuition Power class is going to start in the fall. It'll be probably the last time I'm teaching it live, because we're going in the studio, record it for audio. People will be able to access it at their own time convenience. So there'll be a lot of other classes and training programs, because I want to train some instructors and counselors. So with that being said, commercial's over, and I want to thank you all. And so if you would like to unmute yourselves, please do that. I would love to hear back any comments or what's going on with you in your world.
Thank you for this meditation, Jacqueline. I'm sorry I have to run, but I'm very excited to look up in the sky and see the moon this evening.
Yes, yes. Write down some program your dream. Write down what you want to manifest or something that you want an answer to. Write it down right before you go to sleep and expect you'll have the answer in the morning. And if not, then continue in your meditation, giving thanks for that answer coming through, and it will. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for doing an event tonight. I hope that you recorded it and make it shareable so I can put it up on the website. I always love your sound healings because when you're combining sound, color, and 100+ modalities or whatever the number might be at a given moment, always magical times.
Thank you, Stephen. I'll get you the recording.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to see you on this auspicious time. Good time to set intent.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I'm just along for the ride.
Awesome. It's good to see you, Stefan. Let's talk soon. We need to call me later tonight.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you all, one and all. The work is amazing that you show up and are willing to add your energy. I do believe that I have a very strong magnet for attracting powerful people. And so it is. And so each and every one of you that have joined us live and or by recording, there's a certain reason, special reason why you're here on this planet at this time. And if you have any questions on that, then come and have a reading with me or let me see if I can grab my now site link. I'll just send you I'll send you all information. I'm offering a very special deal on readings right now for a limited number of people. And so I'll just send, I'll got your names. If you don't see something from me within 24 hours, it probably means I just don't have your full name and email address. So if anybody knows that I like Patricia, I don't know who Patricia is, so I can't really contact you. So if you'd like to send me an email, I'll send you some information, and some of the information I have an insider group that I don't do publicly. I don't share certain classes that I teach, certain programs that I do. And so there you have it. Okay, so any last comments or questions? You're welcome. I'm gonna save the chat. Okay, great. All right. Powerful times. Prayers help. I'll be teaching a spoon bending party in a couple of weeks. And the reason why I continue to do this is because once you do this, whether it be buckle the bowl of a spoon, which is physically not possible to do, even with your strength, you can't do that. You cannot do this. It takes 400 to 800 pounds of pressure per square inch. And when you do this in the class, it just kind of goes like bloop. Not everybody's able to do that in the first class. But a lot of people are able to do this. Look at how tight that curl is. And when you can do things like this with energy, you take your mind and focus it and impact something physical, your personal paradigm shift changes. The other thing I like to teach is, hold on a second. you take two little plants. This is a plant that I transplanted from, it was two little plant from Mount Vernon, Washington. It was I think it was a blackberry bush. Got fried in the car driving home. And a couple of people looked at it and said, dead. I thought, well, I'm going to give it I'm going to try. I'm going to do not say try. I'm going to put some energy into it and give it some love and some healing. And let's see the results. Well, guess what? Check that out. All right. So not that you need to do this with a plant. However, in my beginning ESP course, my intuition power course, I have people just do this and feel the energy, press really hard. And I don't care how many times you do this. I mean, over the years, I still do it again. And get two little plants. It might be like this tall and the same size and the same shape. So you invest like $4 and get two little plants, not cactus. They grow too slow, most of them. And you take a picture and you measure them both. You put them side by side and you put maybe a piece of paper in between. And every day for not more than 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you create some energy. And then you imagine that energy coming out through your arms into the plant. Use your imagination. Only one plant, the same plant. You like, this is plant A and this is plant B. And you just give plant A the energy for 10 to 30 seconds. Imagine it flowing out of you into that plant once a day for 2 or 3 weeks. And then take another picture of both of them side by side and send me the results, because you will see an amazing difference between the two plants. And then you can take the next 2 weeks and give the energy to the other plant, because your belief system will have shifted. And you will believe that, wow, I know I had powerful energy. Now I see the results on a physical living thing. So you're going to believe that your energy is stronger, and so it will be. And so instead of spending 3 weeks on the one plant, you can spend maybe 2 weeks on the other plant, and it may catch up or expand even faster, grow even faster. So when you can do little exercises like this, and what I do is a 10-week program of building step by step by step by step. And it doesn't matter how many times you take the course, it takes you to a whole nother level each time. And this is translating into your remote viewing more accurately, more vividly, your sensory perception on all levels, to be able to turn it on, turn it off, increase the volume, decrease the volume. So if there's too much noise outside and you can't concentrate, you just shift stations, as if you are a radio station listening to the construction noise outside the window on 95.3. And all of a sudden you go, oh, I'm going to shift my energy and I'm going to go to 90.1. And all of a sudden that noise is no longer in your universe, and you're focused and you're able to do what you need to do. And then you're done. It's like, all of a sudden it's full spectrum and you go, wow, that noise is really noisy out there. Okay. The noise didn't go away. You created a shift inside of your awareness, inside of your consciousness. And so in my course, I take people through all those 5 senses and how to really become a anyway, the end result is you're in the right place at the right time, saying, doing the right things a lot more often, with more meaningful synchronicities than ever before. So if you have a lot of synchronicities, or if you even have a few, the quality and the quantity of them will be astounding. So you're going to save a lot of time and have a lot more fun and be able to heal things much faster. We get into healing, we get into the physical body, how to heal the body of different situations, circumstances. And I've been in situations where I probably initially cracked a bone, and by the next morning, in the evening, by the next morning after I did the process, there was no bruising, there was no swelling, there was no soreness or tenderness. And my boyfriend couldn't believe it, because when it happened, it was like, leave me alone. And I ran, and I just, for 20 minutes, I was just in excruciating pain. And I knew what I was doing. I knew what I had to do energetically. And these processes are easy to learn. And as you allow yourself to go through all these different little stages of exploring your five senses and this physical body, which is an instrument, how to maintain the instrument, how to use it, and also how to increase your awareness of your awareness without the body. So your dream state, what's called the inner planes, astral travel, astral projection, multidimensional experiences. And some people they're already too sensitive and they can't go shopping because they pick up, they're a sponge, and they unconsciously, they don't try to do it, but that's the opposite side. And to learn to balance that out and to get your system so that you can function in the here and now, that's also part of the training. So right now it's still small, I'm still interacting with people, but I am going into the studio starting this fall, and I will be recording the main parts of it, and hopefully getting some people to train to do to lead people through the exercises. So I'll have the two different parts where people will be able to take the program on their own, but it's my preference to ask people to show up at a class where there is an instructor, where sometimes when there's an instructor, somebody working with you, you can allow yourself to go a little or a lot deeper. And because there's not like I don't know, what if I go too deep? What if whatever that subconscious concern may or may not be, it's, if someone is trained to understand how to work with the energy, even through Zoom or remotely, that's really what one of those advanced trainings is about. So that's all I have to say. And I want to thank you all. I'm JacQuaeline. Intuitionpower.com is the easiest way to find me. Any other comments or questions, please unmute yourself.
I was just going to say, the great thing about the plants too is plants don't have preconceived notions or anything like that. So it's a really good way to, like, when you do it to a human, you tell them what's going to happen, or even, somewhat of a, pet, if you have that, you can get into the idea that, like, you're programming them, you're telling them what's going to happen, so they think it's going to happen. But with a plant, they're, it's pretty clear, they're not doing it because you tell them this is what is going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
We even work with the mineral kingdom. We start with the mineral kingdom, and we go to the plants, and we go to the animals, teach you how to communicate to animals. It's pretty easy to do once you learn how to do it. And so we want to become a dog whisperer, a horse whisperer, a butterfly attractor, a beekeeper, whatever that might be. Anyway. Okay, so we're gonna close it off for today. I want to thank you all for showing up live or by doing this by recording. And please look for your email if I have your email address. And I'm working on the calendar to publish the dates and times of the future guided meditations. I like to do them on the full moon and the new moon. And if you have a preference of time zone or time like morning, afternoon, evening, what time zone are you in if you want to be on a regular participant? And if you'd like to be in a mastermind group that I'll be starting, please let me know. And I'm going to limit that group to a certain number of people. So let me know if you are interested. And I want to thank you all, and be safe and come from love and share your love. Bye-bye,
All right,
everybody.
thank you.
Take care.